Hey everyone, what's going on? I finally put together the Tal Rasha Meteor build that I've been working towards with my wizard in Diablo 3 Season 28. I figured I would make a video showing off how insanely powerful this build is. Now you'll see I only have Paragon 800, and this build is far from optimized in terms of the gear that I have. I have very few ancients or primals. My weapon isn't ancient, but it's missing a lot of the very good properties, and I'm still just absolutely demolishing this rift. I think I finished it in about 4 minutes, and this is a GR 115. So the way that this build works is similar to how Tal Rasha has always worked, which is you want to use a skill of all 4 elements, and when you have all 4 elements going, you get some damage reduction and a huge boost in damage. So I am using Spark Flint Familiar to get fire. I'm using Storm Armor to get lightning. The Meteor skill itself is cold. And then for Arcane, I have both Teleport, Calamity, and Black Hole Spell Steal, which is nice to have that option because the cooldown on Black Hole is a little bit long. So if you die, it's good to have that Teleport Calamity option. Now, whenever you hit a monster with one of the different elements, a meteor is going to spawn. I think it can only happen like every 2 seconds, but the real damage dealer is the actual meteor skill itself. And the reason it's so good this season is because on the tree for the Altar of Rights, one of the properties is to get arcane power on critical hit. So every time this build crits, which you can see is just happening constantly while I'm throwing meteors, every single time you critical hit, you're going to get arcane power back, and because of that, you can just throw meteors constantly, whereas normally, without that, this build can get slowed down by running out of arcane power. It basically never happens, and you'll see my arcane power bar, even though I'm throwing meteors, is just constantly refilling. Now, what I am struggling with as I get into the higher GRs is my toughness, so that's something that I have to work on with my gear. Just getting Paragon levels is going to increase that, and some more familiarity with the play style of this build is going to help as well. But overall, I just absolutely love this build, especially compared to the Typhons that you start the season with. The immediate upgrade in power. I was doing capping out at like a 102 with my Typhons build, which again, I didn't have everything perfect, but immediately going to Tal Rasha's, I am up to doing a 115, and I'm sure that I could push this higher if I really pushed. Again, I finished this in about 4 minutes, so definitely not the furthest along that I could push this. And also getting a better rift would be nice. This is definitely not the smoothest rift in terms of density. This build with high mob density just absolutely demolishes. So yeah, the general playstyle is just to use all of your 3 buffs to get those going, and then spell steal on top of the largest group to get that buff. And then I basically just either teleport Calamity around to spawn the Arcane Meteor, or I'm just constantly spamming meteors when I have a good pack that is worth killing. And you'll see when the Rift Guardian comes up here shortly how quickly this build demolishes a Rift Guardian because of some of the bonuses. I believe it's on the boots, where you get a huge boost in damage when your meteor hits 3 or fewer enemies. So this build is just so good when you're on the boss, and it is one of the reasons why this is one of the best Rift Guardian killers. Now, I've seen on the ladder someone has already completed a 150. This is day 2 of Season 28, so definitely, obviously the power level is increased, but pretty impressive stuff. So, yep, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.